But let's switch gears and let's welcome on board Sunil Gupta, the co-founder and MD and CEO at Yota, joining in on the show right now. Sunil, good to have you on the show. Tell me how DeepSeek AI is impacting your industry right now, and what kind of potential disruptions or advancements does it bring on the table for you?
It has shown that building large language models with multi-billion parameters does not necessarily require investment into billions of dollars of GPU compute. You can achieve that purpose by putting a compute which is more efficient. DeepSeek, having shown that you can build large language models with multi-billion parameters with much less compute, will lead to many more Indian startups to actually believe that they can build as good models, large models, with much lesser compute. And it is not only a game of the big tech players. So it is going to lead to many more AI models to come up, whether it is large language models, whether it is small language models, whether it is fine-tuned models using DeepSeek AI, DeepSeek APIs, because DeepSeek also is open source. So many more people, while on one side they will start believing and start building their own grounds up model, they also will start using DeepSeek APIs, hosted in India itself. Like for example, Yota has hosted DeepSeek model, and we are giving the APIs to start building a whole lot of India-specific use cases, and that will lead to much more adoption into various sectors, whether it is agriculture or healthcare or education or whatever B2B or B2C or G2C cases. This is only going to grow the size of the industry. Let us also see that in India, we are sitting at a mobile phone base of more than, I think, 1 billion mobile phones, out of which more than 70 crore are smartphones. These are the people who are creating and consuming content every single minute. AI, affordable AI, which is giving some value add to the users in their life, personal, professional life, ultimately will, in most of the cases, will result into some app on our mobile phones. So India, with a very deep digital penetration in our lives through mobile phones, will be able to grab this, this whole AI advancements which DeepSeek is bringing in.
Right. So the government recently launched AI Kosha for AI datasets and computer portals for researchers as well. Tell me how this initiative is helping Indian startups build AI models.
India AI mission, fundamentally what it is doing, it is putting money in the pockets of the end customers. See, in India, we have a large ecosystem of startups who are experts in developing software applications. India has been a software and services exporters for rest of the world for last 3 decades, and we are the leaders in that space. Our skill sets in AI are second largest in the world, and this skill set base is increasing every single day. With more and more AI courses and initiatives being taken towards that direction. What India was not having so far, and that was a clear gap identified, was the compute capacity. People like Yota and other industry players, we brought in a whole lot of compute in the last 1 year in India, and we tried to price this compute at a very aggressive price points compared to rest of the world. What government is doing, instead of saying that we will build data centers, we will buy GPUs, we will try to run it as a business, they actually took a very practical approach, and which I have always appreciated for India mission always, that they are actually asking people like us to build data centers, to bring GPUs, to build GPU cloud. We invest into that. We put our skill set into that because we are private sector. We have been doing this business, so they understand that we can do it better. They are bringing us on a table to validate our services in terms of their quality, and they also are negotiating to bring a price which is very, very aggressive.
Hi Sunil, this is Shrishti also joining in. But beyond startups, where do Indian IT companies stand in the AI model development and large language models? Give us some sense there.
Most of the Indian IT companies, which will be the end consumers of the benefits of AI, may not be necessarily building the AI models, and they don't need to. They are the ones who will be rather consuming the existing models either as it is, just plugging into models with a little bit of fine tuning, or maybe attaching their enterprise database as RAG and building enterprise application workflows on the top of that. So, so the model building works. So if you see the whole stack, there will be one set of players who will be bringing in the GPU platform. There will be people like us who will be putting in data centers, who will be putting in GPUs, who will be putting platform services, so that making it easy for the people to come and build their models and applications. That is one layer of the stack. Second layer will be in between people who are the ISVs and the startups who actually will be using our compute capacity, our platform services. They will be actually building the models or fine tuning existing models. As on today, I think more than 60% of the enterprises in India are into the initial stages of testing waters. Lots of them are doing POCs for their enterprise B2B cases. Many of them actually are trying to get into a production environment, but that is where the whole discussions of that how much investment we are doing into putting this AI in the enterprise and what type of cost reduction or productivity gains it brings in. So that is the narrative which is playing out in the enterprises. But I think it's a matter of time with as I said, with the costs of compute coming down.
Well, 14,000 GPUs have been commissioned for shared access under India AI mission. Now, with more being added every quarter, as stated by Mr. Vaishnav, how much is Yota committing to the initiative and what is the future scope?
Yota is committing almost 65%, which is 9216 to be precise, GPUs out of the total 14,000 GPUs which have been committed to India AI mission. So that way we happen to be a very significant and the largest player in the whole, the whole commitment to the India AI. We somewhere, I think, could clearly see the writing on the wall that this is something which is going to be the technology of the future at a much larger scale. At that time, India was not having maybe more than 700 GPUs, that also of a smaller sizes, not the high performance computing GPUs. And we started it almost in November 23 when we had committed almost 16,000 GPUs as an order on NVIDIA. We have implemented those GPUs in phases. 4,000 got implemented June last year. We are now in the process of implementing another 8,000. And as we see the size of the market growing in the last 1 year, not only seeing the Indian ecosystem growing big time, especially with the fillip they are receiving from India mission with so much of funding, but also seeing that a whole lot of global demand is also coming into India, given our talent and given the aggressive price point on which we are giving the best quality GPU infrastructure. This market is only going to grow very, very big. So while we are a significant player in India mission already by contributing 65% of the GPUs, we are not going to stop this journey. In every quarter when they ask us to commit more capacity, we will obviously be sourcing the latest GPUs and we'll keep on adding that to India mission for achieving the purposes for which India mission is trying to achieve.
What benefits and efficiencies can AI bring to various industries and individuals? Give us some sense there.
When you see it on ground in agriculture, AI today actually is helping farmers to identify weather patterns proactively and actually knowing what to do. Drone-based AI is actually, for example, helping farmers in terms of irrigation, in terms of pest control. We have seen examples of my customers who are using my GPUs in healthcare space where their diagnostic, their AI models are able to diagnose and read through the X-ray reports and ECG reports much better than when experienced doctor of 30 year experience can do. And they seems to have got certifications where the second opinion is not needed on the top of what their AI model has diagnosed after reading the reports. You see, in banking, we have seen examples of our customers using AI for fraud detection, for advising on investments to their, let's say, customers. Any and every aspect of your life you will see. And government, for example, I understand is actually going to use AI for handling public grievances. You will have lakhs and lakhs of public grievances coming in to the government, and how AI can sort those grievances, slot those grievances, understand the context of that, even if they are coming in people from various parts of the world in their own native languages, somebody talking Tamil, somebody talking Kannada, somebody talking Hindi, somebody talking Bengali in their own slang. It is able to understand that, able to convert that into a proper text summary, being able to identify who can solve it, put it on the right officer, and then right officer basically taking action, and then it again take it back to the end user and give it back to him in his own native language. There are endless applications in every single industry and domain which we are witnessing through the eyes of my customers who are actually building these AI models and applications for their end customers.
All right, Sunil, with this, we'll let you go on that. Really appreciate you taking the time out and speaking with us this morning.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.